silencing or ignoring someone's lived experience is racism. Believe a person when they tell you their lived experience. This happened, or I witnessed it in real time at the Purple Party. Towards the end of the evening, there was a discussion, and it was all men, black men, white men, a few younger, a few older. And at one point, someone mentioned the remigration post from the Department of Homeland Security, and that wasn't just meant for Latinos or even just undocumented, right? That remigration line, as a black person understood it and expressed at our roundtable, was meant for black people too, to go back to Africa. And one of the white guys was like, no, that's not what it meant. You totally misunderstood it. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, because yes, you, sir, the white guy, I totally get why you don't think that remigration might mean something in that context. But how can you not hear it from someone else who has a completely different lived experience and at least agree with their lived experience? Now, again, don't get me wrong. Is this white guy racist? He's not dropping hard R's. He communes and has friends and works with lots of black people. But again, the point is where it becomes still sort of systemic and denies someone their complete existence, which ultimately means denying someone their dignity. So it's really something to work on, but it's also something that to work on it, we all have to admit it exists. And it absolutely exists, and it's pernicious. And I'm glad I was there and was able to say, like, whoa, like, hold on, like, let's listen and let's hear. And again, the black guy on his own reiterated, yeah, man, this is what black people hear when we hear remigration from the federal government here in 2025. We understand it to be telling us to go back to Africa. At which point, on that second calling and being called out to, like, just listen, yes, the white guy who originally cut a black guy off and said, no, what you have thought is impossible, at least said, hey, I understand your perspective. And that's what we're really talking about, right? You don't have to agree with people, but you cannot silence people. You cannot ignore people. And that is how we move forward. That is what anti-racism looks like. That is what dignity for all looks like. No fear, only love.